How about you? How about 12:45? It's about time. He is about 40. He is about my age. He is about 30. How about tomorrow? He is about my size. I got up about 5. She is about my age. Don't worry about it. He is about your age. I got up at about 6. Please think about it. She is about to leave. How about a cup of tea? They're about to leave. She was about to go out. They are about to start. You're wrong about that. How about going swimming? How do you feel about it? I am about to leave here. I want to think about it. I'm crazy about football. I'm serious about my job. It's about time to start. She has about 2,000 books. What are you talking about? Don't worry about the past. How about calling it a day? It's about time for dinner. We are about to leave here. What about a glass of beer? What are you talking about? What do you like about her? I am not certain about that. I'll have to think about it. I'm worried about my weight. Did he say anything about it? I don't care about your past. It's about time we went back. Nancy told me about the fire. Please do something about it. We'll be home at about 11 o'clock. Be careful about what you eat. He complained about the noise. He complained about the noise. Are you quite certain about it? Do you have any ideas about it? He told me about it in private. He's about the same age as you. I asked Tom about his new book. I want to talk to him about it. It's about time we went to bed. Let me tell you about the case. She's about the same age as me. We talked about various topics. You'll forget about me someday. He is about to leave for London. How about another piece of cake? How do you feel about the issue? I am thinking about my children. I am thinking about that matter. I said nothing about the matter. It's about time to go to school. She argued with him about money. Tom doesn't know much about art. About how many books do you have? He is uncertain about his future. He made up a story about the dog. How about making me a cup of tea? I will ask him about it tomorrow. I'm about to tell you the answer. She advised him about what to do. She's about the same age as I am. We talked about yesterday's test. Don't worry about what others say. How did you get to know about her? How did you learn about that news? I am not about to pay $10. I arrived here about 5 o'clock. I read about him in the newspaper. My mother is strict about manners. She doesn't want to talk about it. She spoke to him about the matter. She thinks about him all the time. Tell me what you're arguing about. What do you think about this plan? He's about the same age as you are. I had a dream about you last night. She complained about my low salary. She felt insecure about her future. She's about the same height as you. Did he say anything about it to you? Have you been told about the problem? I'm very concerned about her illness. She complains to him about the food. She has about as many stamps as I do. She told him all about her childhood. Tom is not serious about his studies. We complained about the poor service. I agree with your opinion about taxes. She always says nice things about him. She complains to him about the noise. Tom is going to do something about it. Are you seriously thinking about going? I don't know what you're talking about. Tom knows a lot about American history. Have you told anyone about this problem? He told me about the change in the plan. I'll let you know all about it later on. My father is very particular about food. Are you seriously thinking about divorce? Don't talk about work. We're on vacation. I was about to leave when you telephoned. It's fun to learn about foreign cultures. He's the boy we spoke about the other day. I think you should think about the future. I wonder why she didn't tell him about it. I'll bet you that you were wrong about that. She acted as if she knew nothing about it. She is careless about the way she dresses. Tom asked Mary's advice about the problem. Tom doesn't know a whole lot about racing. Are you seriously thinking about not going? Don't talk about people behind their backs. How did she get to know so much about fish? I think you need to think about the future. I wish you had not told him about the plan. She lay awake for hours thinking about him. The country's economy is about to collapse. I come home from work about 7 every day. I'm going to leave about 10 in the morning. She claims that she knows nothing about him. She has been dating him for about 2 years. She spends all her time thinking about boys. He denied knowing anything about their plans. He informed me about the changes in the plan. He's always saying bad things about his wife. How about stopping the car and taking a rest? I only found out about it purely by accident. I've been thinking about the meaning of life. It's about time you sent the children to bed. She'll tell him about it when she comes back. Have you told anyone about the surprise party? I can talk about anything with my best friend. I didn't know about it until I read the paper. I didn't know about that until quite recently. I don't understand what you are talking about. I often think about the place where I met you. I'd like to read some books about the Beatles. I don't know anything about their relationship. Please spend a few minutes thinking about this. She thinks about him when she is feeling lonely. Tom doesn't really talk about his problems much. We were just about to leave when she telephoned. Are you seriously thinking about eating all that? Are you still thinking about applying to Harvard? I couldn't figure out what she was talking about. The only thing he's thinking about is seeing her. You don't understand how worried I was about you. Are you seriously thinking about getting involved? She advised him to talk about his life in America. Actually, I didn't know anything about those plans. Are you seriously thinking about becoming involved? Are you seriously thinking about driving all night? Are you seriously thinking about getting a divorce? Are you seriously thinking about quitting your job? He gave an explanation about why he had been absent. She had a good time talking with him about his trip. The more I think about it, the less I understand it. Are you seriously thinking about buying that old car? Are you seriously thinking about selling this online? He complained about the room being too hot and humid. She argued with him about their children's education. Are you seriously thinking about selling this on eBay? You shouldn't tell him anything about your girlfriend. I know you're probably mad about what I said yesterday. She spends more time thinking about work than doing it. Tom is thinking about applying for a better paying job. I never imagined we'd be talking about this topic today. She was about to call him up when he walked in the door. I don't know about the others, but as for me, I'm for it. I've spent way too much time thinking about this problem. When I met her the other day, she asked about my parents. He's racking his brains about how to deal with the matter. It's about time we brought this party to an end, isn't it? It's close to 10 o'clock. It's about time we went to bed. Are you seriously thinking about starting your own business? Parents are usually concerned about their children's future. She couldn't fall asleep because she was thinking about him. As we ate our meal, we talked about what we had done that day. I don't feel like working. How about going to a movie instead? I know it's going to be unpleasant to talk about the accident. I think it's time for me to admit that I never cared about you. I think it's time for me to talk to the boss about this problem. The ancient Greeks knew as much about the solar system as we do. He was curious about how it would taste, so he took a small bite. Are you seriously thinking about buying a computer from that store?